news coming in from the United States of America. Hindu community members have staged a protest calling out the atrocities against the Hindu community in Bangladesh. Now, the Hindu community members have staged a protest outside White House as well as Capitol Hill with banners saying boycott Bangladesh. Boycott blood-stained Bangladesh is what their slogans say on the banners that they've held. And they've also reflected how the population has seen a drastic fall in the population of Hindus in Bangladesh. We have Samiksha joining us live from the newsroom. Samiksha, protests have broken out outside White House as well as the Capitol Hill. Take us through what's happening.
No, this is not the first time that Hindus gathered outside the White House as a show of anger against the Yunus regime. But important to highlight here the statement that was earlier made by the President-elect Donald Trump, who clearly called out the Yunus administration for the kind of torture that is being inflicted on not just the Hindus but even the Buddhists, the minorities in Bangladesh. That being said, Deepak, we've seen over the last few days how India has taken a strong stand. The Ministry of External Affairs has been closely monitoring the situation in Bangladesh. In fact, just yesterday, the Foreign Secretary of India, Vikram Misri, also visited Dhaka and he held delegation-level talks. He held one-on-one talk with Yunus as well. So remains to be seen how this pans out, whether the Yunus administration bows down or not. But for now, it seems that there is definitely global pressure that is mounting against the Yunus administration. On one hand, we have countries, including the Western countries, including the US, who've called for the protection of minorities and respect of human rights that should be maintained in Bangladesh. There are countries, including Pakistan, with both Bangladesh and Pakistan trying to capitalize on the relations that the two have with one another, be it in terms of facilitating the visa, also the process between the two countries. So yes, global pressure mounting on one hand. On the other hand, we have countries, including Pakistan, that is trying to better its ties with Bangladesh under Yunus administration, Deepak.
Right, Samiksha, many thanks for joining me with those details. Now, even as we speak, viewers, protests continue to spawn across the world against Yunus regime over constant targeting of Hindu community members in Dhaka. We'll get you all the latest, but it's time for us to switch our focus to the other stories that we are tracking, because UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said that no decision has been made whether or not to remove Hayat Tahrir al-Sham from a list of banned terrorist groups in the United Kingdom. And this comes after UK Cabinet Minister Pat McFadden suggested that the United Kingdom could remove HTA from the list. Take a look.
A day after UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer welcomed the fall of Assad's regime in Syria, Starmer insisted that it is too early to lift ban on Hayat Tahrir al-Sham.
No decision is pending at all on this. It is far too early. At the moment, the focus has to be on talking to our allies, making sure that this is an opportunity for Syria, and therefore we have to work to make sure that it's a peaceful opportunity.
The group which toppled the Assad regime in Syria has been listed as a terrorist group by the United Kingdom. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham was proscribed as a terror organization owing to its original links with Al-Qaeda in 2017. The UK government declared that any association or support to Hayat is a criminal offence in the United Kingdom, however indicating a rethink on continuing ban on the outfit. UK's Cabinet Minister Pat McFadden told the media that the United Kingdom could remove HTS from the list. However, Starmer downplayed the prospect of this rapid review. He added that all sides must protect civilians and minorities and ensure essential reaches the most vulnerable. Separately, Foreign Secretary David Lammy told that the United Kingdom will judge HTS by their actions and how they treat all the civilians in areas of their control.
This House will know that the group whose offensive first pushed back the regime, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS as it's now being called, are also a proscribed terrorist organisation in the UK as an alias of Al-Qaeda. That should rightly make us cautious. Thus far, HTS has offered reassurances to minorities in Aleppo, Hama, and Damascus.
The HTS and allied rebel groups seized control of the Syrian capital Damascus on Sunday after years of civil war.